When I turned onto the gravel road leading to my 6 acres in the Texas Hill Country, the familiar hum of tires on dirt felt like a homecoming. The air carried the scent of cedar and wild grass, and Lake Travis shimmered just beyond the pines. This land was my refuge, bought after years of grinding in the construction world. I'd spent 4 months traveling, chasing clarity across open highways. But as I rounded the bend, expecting my old cabin and the wildflower meadow, my stomach dropped. A housey is sleek, 2-story modern house with big windows, a carport, and fresh mulch stood smack in the middle of my land. I slowed my truck, blinking at the surreal sight. A gravel driveway led to where I'd once marked a spot for a workshop. Power lines hummed, and a water meter gleamed nearby, its address off by 1 digit. A sign read Private Drive, Harper Project. My steel boundary markers were gone. I grabbed my phone, pulled up GPS maps, and confirmed it. This house sat 2,000 feet inside my property line. My mouth went dry. I snapped photos, paced the perimeter, and found my tool shed replaced by a contractor's dumpster. This wasn't a mistake. Someone had built a home on my land, deliberately and fast, while I was off-grid in Wyoming. The next morning, I marched to the house, boots crunching with purpose. A shiny new truck sat under the carport dealership plates, oversized tires. I knocked firmly. The door swung open, revealing a man in his mid-40s, clean-shaven, in a fitted shirt that screamed social media influencer. "Hey," he said, flashing a smile. "You from the neighbor's place? Sorry if the crews blocked your way." I held up my phone, showing the property map. "This is my land. You're on 6/10 of an acre of it. I've got the deed to prove it." His smile faltered, but he leaned casually against the doorframe. "That's odd. My surveyor said this was clear. I bought this lot off-market. Maybe your map's outdated. Boundaries shift, you know." "They don't," I snapped. "Not without paperwork, and you don't have any." He chuckled, unfazed. "Look, land deals out here get messy. I've got contracts, lawyers. But let's make this easy. How about 10 grand for the corner I crossed? I'll even throw in a free design consult for that cabin of yours." I stared, incredulous. "You built a house on my land, and you're offering a bribe?" His smile tightened. "I'm being reasonable. Take it to court, and it'll get expensive for both of us." That afternoon, a slick envelope appeared on my porch, a $10,000 settlement offer, laced with threats of defamation and trespassing lawsuits if I refused. 2 nights later, I woke to a distant pop and saw an orange flicker through the trees. Smoke hit me as I ran toward my cabin. Flames licked the back corner near the generator shed, accelerant pooling inside. Firefighters saved most of the structure, but my grandfather's drafting table was charred to ash. The fire marshal called it suspicious. I knew it was retaliation. Then came the vandalism. Construction debris dumped on my driveway. Land thief spray-painted on my fence. A website, johndoeexposed.com, popped up, smearing me with fake lawsuits and doctored emails. It was registered to a shell company tied to the man Nathan Harper. I was drowning in rage, but a lifeline came unexpectedly. A nervous worker, Carlos, slipped me a flash drive. "I framed that house," he whispered. "The permits, the maps theory fake. I copied files before I quit." He vanished into the trees. That night, I pored over the drive, forged boundary maps, cloned permits, emails plotting to build fast and claim the land. I handed it to my attorney, Sarah Klein, who called it a gold mine. She contacted the DA, flagging criminal fraud. We traced Nathan's purchase to a defunct LLC run by his cousin, with a notarized sale signed by an expired notary. Nathan doubled down, posting a tearful video claiming I was harassing his dream home. But Carlos's files changed everything. Local news ran a segment, Architect versus Developer, featuring Carlos's blurred testimony about ignored boundary flags. Other victims of Nathan's schemes reached out. Sarah filed a civil suit and fed the DA's investigation. I upgraded my cameras, braced for more attacks. My gate was torn down, trail cams wiped, and a dead raccoon landed on my porch. Anonymous letters warned me to back off, one with a photo of my truck circled in red. Nathan even tried flipping the narrative, sending the DA fake emails accusing me of forging evidence. But he slipped a screenshot linked to his firm. In court, Nathan's polish crumbled. Judge Eleanor Voss, a no-nonsense ex-prosecutor, eyed our 37 exhibits. Sarah presented the deed, forged permits, and Carlos's testimony about Nathan burning documents. A clip from the flash drive played Nathan's voice. "If we build fast, no one will undo it." Nathan stammered, blaming miscommunications. The judge wasn't buying it. She ruled on the spot. Nathan was guilty of fraud, trespass, forgery, and malicious prosecution. He got 5 years in prison, his companies dissolved, and the house ordered demolished. I was awarded $380,000 for damages and distress. Carlos got whistleblower protection. The bulldozer arrived at dawn. In 2 hours, Nathan's house was rubble. I watched, coffee in hand, feeling the land breathe again. I didn't rebuild a house. Instead, I planted pines, laid a stone pergola, and hung a sign. My land, my story, my boundary. Neighbors, once skeptical, brought chili and pie. One, a retired teacher named Ellen, asked me to check her property lines. Word spread. I launched Boundary Watch, a volunteer network helping landowners fight encroachment with surveys, legal aid, and media. Sundays, I sit under the pergola, sketching plans I may never build, my dog Rusty at my feet. The land is mine again, defended not just in court, but in spirit. This fight wasn't just about dirt, it was about truth, justice, and standing firm against bullies who think they're untouchable. What do you think? Have you faced injustice or violence in your life? Should we fight back with every tool we have, or is there a line we shouldn't cross? Share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your stand.